Holla at your boy.
So if you have a blank canvas, fucking blank canvas, 2x4, 5x6, 6x, I don't know this. What's the process of creating art? Like, how does it work? How does it go from
creating art?
Right? How does it go from a blank canvas to?
Well, the starting point's not the blank canvas. I just have ideas flowing all the time. There's a million things I want to do that are sort of already done in my head, but they're not here yet, so you don't know they exist. But I do. So the canvas is not like, oh, what am I gonna do with this canvas? I gotta keep canvases on hand because they gotta be ready to do something when I'm
like a rapper. You ever seen those fucking rappers and they just start rapping shit? They just say
yeah, I'm freestyling all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
So no, I'm visited too. So some of the art is just like freestyle art.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I've never painted.
To me, well, the definition of being creative is relating to seemingly unrelated items and drawing a connection between them. So that's why I'm so impressed with rappers and people that can freestyle, because their brains are moving like this.
Right.
They're connecting idea to idea to idea to idea to sound. So it's like the height of creativity to me. But I'm on a much slower process.
I think you're pretty fucking quick process. I don't know, man. Your brain, it moves, man. It's a mover and shaker.
It does, but not to the second.
So, are you single? Sarah Flair, are you single?
Yes, always.
No, always. But the reason I ask, Groupon all the time. We talked about it earlier. The whole can somebody take you on a drink and paint date at like, I don't know, wherever restaurants they have? Is that acceptable?
Sure.
Nah, like, you don't feel like you're better than, like, I mean, I don't. If someone took me on a boxing date, I'd be like,
well, no,
learn to box.
Of course, if somebody's gonna they're just trying to hang out, then I guess that's up my alley of something to do, and we'll go talk about it. Like, am I gonna say, hey, let's go do this? Like my idea? No.
Alright, so let me ask you this. I'm painting the scene for you right now, literally. You're sitting there and Joe Blow's sitting here, and the teacher woman, she's like, oh, take the blah 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 brush, and you're like, Would you do that? Would you correct the teacher?
Well, I think that when they're doing those, they're just trying to give some information to people that aren't regularly painting and teach them some techniques. So I would just follow the class. I would just do it.
Would you?
Yeah. I mean, and then it'll just accidentally come out really perfect.
Like, oh.
No, I sort of like to prolong people knowing what I do as long as possible.
I mean, but that's true. That's a true statement. I definitely understand that. But there's so much that embodies you. Like, there's a million fucking layers of you. Like, you do so much. Like, from hair, from gardening. I mean,
it's all the same.
What?
It's all the same thing. I'm using the same part of my brain all the time, but just like working in different mediums.
So painting.
I always feel like I'm painting everything.
Painting a petunia in.
Petunia.
An orchid. Give me a dahlia flower. Give me a flower. I don't know.
No, that's fine. You can say hibiscus. We talked about that.
Yeah, but you make me look stupid.
Hibiscus.
That'd be like that. So planting I can't say it, a hibiscus flower and painting it. Same operation of your brain. Same creativity. Can't get mad at that.
Well, okay, so it depends on what level we're at of gardening. Like, if I'm designing a garden, yes, I'm using my art brain, thinking about how how big the plant's going to grow and how it's going to fit into the space. If the client is interested in color, how do those colors play off of the paint of their house or whatever he tells me is important. I'm a designer. So, of course, I gotta make it look good. I'm gonna make sure the heights are arranged, that they're filling the space that they want to. That's when I'm using the artistic side of my brain to come up with what flowers are going in there. Now, if I'm like pruning it, dealing with it, working with it, putting it in the ground, that's more of a teaching time. So I'm not necessarily doing the art, I'm learning it because I'm dealing with like the natural light. I think gardening has taught me a significant portion of where my artistic skill is at right now. Because I'm always in the natural light and I'm watching things grow. So that really helps me understand scale on a whole nother level because everything grows at the same type of physical rate as far as how it like reproduces itself.
I'm not gonna say you lost me. I was right there.
Go to different sizes, but that just helps me understand like the natural scale of things. So,
no, I get it.
So I don't have to necessarily look at something to draw it to know, or to know whether, even if it's completely imaginative or abstract, there's a certain proportion to things that make them look pleasing to the eye or natural, and there's textures involved, there's light involved, there's scale involved. So dealing with the plants in the gardens and actually having my hands on them in that case is the teaching process. Except if I'm like pruning bushes or trees, then I feel like I'm doing hair. But when I'm doing hair, I'm thinking about proportions and how the hair lays on your head and then how it falls over your face.
And your brain doesn't go non-stop like a rapper, huh?
It does. But no, not like a rapper. I'm not coming up with new ideas all the time. But there's always a lot of different things happening.
A couple summers ago, I don't even know how many, it might have been last summer, I don't know when it was, you sent me this picture of like, or you had all these marbles that you found in the ground and all these the stuff that you find.
Yeah, I think they're over behind you.
All this marble, these things that you find in the ground. This will sound like a weird question. Inside art, when you go to art shows or art galleries, do you ever find anything?
Can you take your glasses off? It's starting to really bother me.
I will take my glasses off just for you.
You have the beard, so you have enough accessories going on your face
that
it looks cool. I think you're trying to accessorize your face so you look cool. The beard is gonna make you look cool.
This beard is it's like a 6-month beard.
You got the beard, you got the mole, you got the hat going, you got enough accessories going on that you don't need the glasses.
Shout out to everyone that has a face mole.
Yeah.
Back to finding the shit in the ground.
You're not gonna take them off.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take them off. I swear, I'm gonna take them off. Jesus Christ. Inside of paint, do you find hidden messages? Hidden anything like
when I'm painting?
In your own and other people's, like, can you see it?
Oh, yeah. Well, anytime you look at other people's painting, there's a message for you because anything that draws you to it is going to be a reflection of yourself, whether you like it or don't like it, where you're thinking it's looking good or it doesn't, or it does suck you in. But if you are finding yourself looking at it, then you need. You can ask yourself why you're looking at it, and then it is going to be whatever it is. My meanings when I'm doing stuff, maybe I started with something, maybe I didn't. But it doesn't mean it doesn't change a million times while I'm doing it. So a lot of times, most of the time, like when you say finding hidden meanings, yeah, I'm analyzing what I'm doing all the time. It like teaches me back, like, because I'm exiting something from my brain or my subconscious or anything. That's why I come up with like really weird shit, like switching a head and a dick. It's like, it's not like I sit around thinking about this like weird stuff all the time, but like everybody has weird or random thoughts, and you even have dreams that piece together like weird thoughts. So I just go ahead and make it, and then like maybe when I'm making it, maybe like, why am I doing this? Or I'm not even trying to analyze it. It'll just like come at me, especially if I'm doing like landscapes, or even I think everywhere mostly I'm kind of creating a place to be in. So like while I'm painting it, I'm also inventing it, so that I'm actually like sort of in another place, and it's building. So constantly things are changing, I'm learning while I'm in it, or I feel like maybe the universe is like trying to tell me something and how things go together, or if it's not working. Sometimes I'll be trying to like, artists, emotional people make things like, I'm so upset, let me go like write a poem or some art. or something, right? So
I'll
like,
cut a deal.
sometimes I'll do that in a painting and I'll start making something and I'm one place emotionally, but like maybe that emotion doesn't, or that thing or whatever I'm upset about actually doesn't need that much time for me to focus on, and I need to let it go, and I'll find myself just being like frustrated with it over and over again.
Gotcha.
Like, I know I'm not supposed to. Okay, just don't make it. Don't spend any more time with this, and then I'll move it on. So.
And just let it go.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So if I take these glasses off, which annoy you so much, you promise to let me smoke a cigar out on your patio or any of that other type place? All right.
That's all we needed to do. Something you're gonna do anyway.
Yeah.
Now you have marks on your face.
I'm okay.
Gotta wait for it to go away.
I got the hair on my face.
Marks on marks.
So the marks.
Oh, I went away from that.
Get that. All right. What is art? That's it. Just random, broad. What is art? I can do the whole "what is art to you," but so I guess it's gonna have to somehow be "what is art to you." But
yeah, to me,
I've always wanted to do
to the world is like
and someone.
anything.
Matter of fact, you do me this favor. You steal my next show idea because I want to do a show with you and all your little artsy friends called Art Is. So whatever they interpret, whatever they think art is, they can donate a piece or whatever to it. Before we get into that, tell me about how artistry and art shows, how they work, because the inner dwelling of it, people don't understand how, like, artists, like rappers, musicians, they get robbed a lot. Like, people are like, oh, can you perform at my wedding? But they want you to do it for free. You know what I mean? Like, how does all that work for art shows and things?
Yeah, everybody's just trying to get a piece of you. So, I mean, most people, why are they going to want to work with you unless they see something in it for themselves anyways?
Right.
In the art world and promoting and stuff, a lot of people will be like, oh, I just want to promote you and get you out there. But to be honest, the only people that ever are really doing that are people that I already kind of know. Right. Or my network. Then, and you know, they throw events, so they have shows and stuff. Those are the types of places where I show up. It's like good atmosphere.
The last art show I went to,
don't feel like I'm being taken in any type of way.
It's a shitty feeling.
Yeah.
That's a bad feeling.
But then there's some shows that have a reputation, like you pay to get in, but they already have a reputation for making sales and being a good network and stuff. So you gotta weigh it out. Like, is it worth the investment? Is it not? And right now I'm kind of just trying out a lot of different things, see what works for me, see what doesn't, and see which games I'll play, because I know I'm playing a game. Right, yeah. I guess so, I mean, if you don't know you're playing a game, then I think you could be taken advantage of, but I've been finding ways to limit what's going in. I won't, there's a lot of things I won't pay for anymore, or, you know, to pay to play. Right, right. So, like, if you want me to come to your show, then either let me do it for free or pay me. Right, right. No, I get it. Trust me. I mean, you're at that stage. I definitely get that. I was I missed your last show, but the show before that, Pancakes and Booze, or Booze and Pancakes. There's another one in April. That's always a good turnout. Now, I was there, and you're the nicest person, but I can read your face even if I have sunglasses on. People do certain things to you that, like, what are pet peeves at a show? Like, what bothers you? Like, do people ask to take a selfie with you? Does that bother you? Do people, like, hey, where's that paint on your pants from? Like, the questions bother you, or what really bothers you at art shows? Well, you gotta just take it all as a grain of salt. You're dealing with a lot of different type of people. Maybe they understand art, maybe they don't. So I'm trying to get a lot more patient and figuring out how to nicely respond to things, questions people have. I'm talking about if I take my phone. So, but no, one thing that's definitely rude that does get on my nerves, and people don't realize they're being rude. They think that they're like giving you a compliment, but they're like taking pictures of your art up close. And I've talked to other artists, and we all kind of feel the same way. So is it because like walking up and taking a picture of the art and like not taking a picture of the label that's also with it, so you can go look it up and find it after you talk about your wife whether you're gonna buy it or not. You know, that's a different story. And normally those people will ask like, hey, mind if I photograph this? But like a lot of people are like, can I photograph this? And they'll just be like already snapping a picture of it up close. Like luckily most of the art shows have really bad lighting, so it's not like they're getting like high quality copies, but it's like I make prints of things like I have some things like as low as like $7 and magnets and $15.
Dude, you make a like, ridiculous dress too.
Yeah. So I'm like providing a whole entire range. So if you want a little piece of it, like put it in. People don't realize like how long it takes to get your investment back on just one painting. Which and the time it takes to edit things and be able to make them go into print. A lot of times people are paying for that. I'm fortunate enough to have skills and resources to be able to handle that stuff myself, but a lot of people are paying to have that done. So like you go buy a $15 print from somebody, like that artist probably has to sell 25, 30, 50 of those before they even start to be in profit mode. Until then they're trying to cover their investment of whatever money it costs for them to get that done. They need to cover, then they want to sort of make something that equals to an hourly rate of worth of time that they put into it. You know, it's like you spend 30 hours on a painting and then you know, so of course you have maybe you're painting even on the way low end. As soon as people hear anything over like 350, 400, they're like, whoa, I'm gonna have to save for this, or they'll be like, oh, well, I can afford that. You know, I was thinking kind of lower. Like, how low were you thinking? Because even where the price is at right now, this artist might, when you break it all down, might have only been making like $10, $12 an hour. Right. Yeah, no. For something that they're really good at. So.
But that's what I do love about you. Like, you give people a lot of different pieces, like to go from, like you said, like a lot of different options to buy from.
Right, and that was the key to me figuring out how to price my work. Was I realized it was much more effective instead of people being like telling me what they want, and then I just shoot a price at them based on, you know, what I've charged other people or how long it's going to take and the cost of the materials and stuff. And then what I end up doing is going way over, you know, because I want it to be that certain quality or something. And like now I just tell people, give me a budget and I'll give you like 3 different options of what I can do with that budget. We might go bigger and do less detail. We might go smaller and do more detail. If you want to upgrade it, we can go to like a higher quality canvas, a higher quality painting. So
I can give you a budget. Like I can tell you, so a nude painting of me, that's something that's workable. Like I'm talking about, boom, it wouldn't be the David, it'd be the Tijuana Jack. Like nude, you could do that.
Of course.
So you have no problem with nudity?
Why? No.
I don't think you do, but I see there's a lot of range. There's like from hibiscus to trees to sharks to portraits to things of me and my daughter, and to naked women with perfect areolas. Like nudity is something that you're not scared of?
No. I'm not scared. Like once you know how to draw, or once you know how to paint, you can do anything. Everything's just shapes. But not perfecting, I wouldn't say perfecting anything, but understanding how to draw the human body pretty much teaches you how to draw everything. My art Sagers. My high school art teacher, Sager, she'd always say, practice drawing your hand all the time, because if the hands are the hardest thing to draw, and once you learn how to draw a hand, then you can draw anything in the whole entire world, because there's all these like shapes. They're round, they're square, they're movement, there's flex, there's bones, there's like tons of segments. So there's a lot going on in the hand that's really subtle, but there's a little bit of everything. So it's a good practice thing. But the whole human form goes for that. Like you get better at drawing bodies, you're getting better at drawing trees. It's just how it is.
But what makes the paint I'm using right now not as high quality?
Well, it depends on what you're doing. If you want to get a lot of coverage, you'll use the thinner paint so that you can get a lot of coverage. Or if, you know, in your case, you're not going to use expensive paint because you're not going for detail. You're just going for trying something.
I get it.
I mean, this much paint and an expensive bottle is going to be like $10 worth of paint already on that palette, where right now that's about like 2 cents worth of paint. The higher quality paint, they're more concentrated, and then I'll, like if I want to cover more area, I'll mix them with mediums. The cheaper paints already have a lot of basically like glue mixed in.
I got it. I do understand that one. So here's the deal. This is the years of the.
I like the textures you're doing.
You like that?
Yeah, you got a gradient going. It's like more solid at the top. And
well, what happened was patience had kicked in, and I'm like, I just want to get this done.
It'll get done.
Okay, all right. Just art gets done.
Going forward.
All right.
Yeah. Art gets done. Hair gets done. You just keep moving.
Shit gets done.
And then before you know it, it's done. You're like, I did that.
I did that. So it's the media stage. Like we got MySpace no more. We got Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, blah blah blah, all this stuff out here, right? So there's so many ways to get famous. 100 followers and then you're cool. I mean, 40,000. I don't know what the cool rate is anymore. Like when you're absolutely cool. I'm
not there yet.
I'm no Kim K. But shout out to all my followers. Thank you. How important is fame to you?
Yeah, you like post a picture of anything. Like this is what I had for lunch today, and you're gonna have like 200 likes in the first 7 minutes.
First of all, I don't do. This is what I eat today because I eat like a homeless person, so I don't do the whole.
I'm saying I gotta like, if I'm gonna get 100 likes, first of all, it's gonna be on Facebook, not Instagram, and I gotta literally post a picture of my ass. You know, like you post anything and you have 100 likes just because you posted something.
But on the flip side of that, I use social media how I think a business or a person should use it. I respect everyone. I like for like. I like if well, unfortunately, I do follow a lot of thoughts. I do. It is.
Oh, they're liking you back, so that you like their picture.
Right, but I do respect. Like if someone's picture, I do like. I don't just go through the Instagram not liking people's stuff. You know what I mean? Like I don't just I use it. I use the gram. I don't use the DM so much, but I use the gram. But how important is fame to you? Because the reason I say this, you'll never be a starving artist because you have so many things about you that to make
job anywhere.
Right, you have a job anywhere. So that's what I love about you. So how important is fame?
I don't know if like seeking fame is even somebody of our generation can do. It's like you're gonna be regionally famous, but worldwide famous. I mean, do you know how populated the world is? So I don't think it's as easy. Everybody's getting their 15 minutes. So like trying to be famous is
I see what you're talking about. We're getting it under there, but
yeah, trying to be famous is not a goal or anything. I would think even if fame happened, I would like to not recognize it, so it doesn't change me. But as far as being known everywhere, where I'm at right now, I mean, we went to high school together.
Right.
I'm in touch with Facebook, and you know that makes us all be able to like connect and meet up again and be in touch with pretty much anybody you've ever met. So I have a fan base. I have the people I went to elementary school with, middle school with, high school with, college with, all the different places I've worked, my family. Like, I'll be making art the whole rest of my life, not just for myself, but for other people, even with that. So to me, emotionally, any or that thing you can feel inside, you know, where you want your mom to be proud of you, or, you know, the people that you like, you want them to be into what you're doing, or even the people that just kind of run in your circles. I don't want to say like impress them, but you know, just like have their attention, I guess, or or just be known for that. Like, yeah, Sarah paints, that's what she does, or like, yeah, I know a painter, this girl that I know, Sarah. You know? Like,
I'm far from rich. To
me, that's like, that's so solid. You know, like, I don't care if anybody else likes me.
There's like,
but being that I know so many different types of people, and from so many different parts of the world and demographics, and they all are asking for more and more. It's a little bit representative of what might be out there, so I'm just kind of showing my work in more places now.
Which is big, and that's what you went to Woodbridge High School's 50th year reunion thing or something like,
yeah.
Yeah, like you go to stuff like that, which is like amazing.
Like
That's no. It's pretty cool to me because I remember a little bit of Woodbridge High School in. What just happened?
That's all good.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, wow, you're talking about Woodbridge.
Right, I remember a little bit about Woodbridge High School, and this means a lot to me. I didn't know what I was going to do. I remember, I'm going to call names. Miss Sparks Brown, the dude Ross, those guys, man, gave me the biggest problem. No, it wasn't Miss Sparks Brown. Miss Sparks Brown was bad, but Benita Steffens, a woman named Benita Steffens, I was nothing to her. Like, I was, my old...
No, Miss Sparks Brown was tough, but it was always love. Like,
right.
Like a mother.
Always, right.
Yeah.
But I got 2 older brothers, and it was like, they're super nerds, and like, if I didn't...
You're picking that up, and that paint's gonna get under there, so you gotta make sure it's not sticking. Like, press down with your finger on one piece if you need to.
Oh, there it is. I'm far from rich, but where I am now is 10 times better than where they were at my age. Like, I'm not gonna go do my resume and say all the things that I've done, but I'm proud with life, and that's one thing that I can see about you. You're proud of your life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold it down, that's what you said. Hold it down. I'm getting it. So fame's not that important.
No, it's not important at all because I don't even know if it really exists.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people know you, but I don't know. I don't, like, nobody's famous to everybody. It's just like within your sex or where you're located or what people are into or what culture you're in.
Alright, I give you that one. Alright. So, I guess as an artist, looking up to different people, who would you say like you looked up to, or I guess not really looked up to, but because your style isn't like a whole bunch of people's, but what artists do you like? Put it that way.
My favorite artists are all people that I know. So like, you know, starting in high school when I was getting more into it, there was definitely like Rick Tyler and Nick Rose, and they're just so naturally gifted. I mean, they were my favorite artists, and it's like, to me, they were better than the teachers even. Oh man,
wasn't that crazy? I had this dude named...
So it's like I'm always chasing somebody that's like in my reach or right in front of me, not necessarily like strangers, or, you know, other artists. But I study other artists, and that's probably something I'm doing more now. I've had like a base education on artists since elementary school, like everybody else, and of course I went to college, and so I know where to look for the information, what type of stuff I'm looking, and it's sticking a lot more because it's not my first time reading it.
Right.
Like, I really wanted to go to art college for the purpose that I hated. I didn't know, I wasn't able to like easily talk about different types of art movements or artists, or people would be like, oh yes, like this guy, and I'm like,
yeah, yeah, that dude.
So it took like, I mean, between art history and history, architecture and design and all of that, I took about 7 art history classes, but I still left there feeling like, well, that didn't stick. That was a bunch of history memorization, but like now it's so relevant because I want to, I don't look to other artists necessarily anymore, or other painters as to like how to develop myself as an artist. I look at them still like teachers that already were before us. So I might look up, you know, techniques or like what type of color palette did they work with. Like if I'm trying to make my painting look like it's from a certain time period, well, maybe the color paint that I'm using wasn't even like invented or in stores yet, or discovered, you know, or found the mixes that they made for it. So it's never gonna have that era look. So I'll look at how artists did things, and you know, I'll look up things like the secrets and the techniques. And so now a lot of that history and those different movements and the different types of art are sticking a lot more. But I don't, if I say who my favorite artist is, I'm gonna go into any genre of art. It's not gonna be like,
you couldn't resist, could you? You just had to.
I'm gonna help you.
I appreciate it.
I'm giving you a hand. I'm not.
You don't mind if I get paint on you?
No, I'm not doing it for you.
Yes.
I'm being Mrs. Sagers here.
Let me see how that goes.
But I look at people like, I like the way that they did art. So my favorite artist is Jay-Z. But I like the way he thinks. I like the way he interviews. I think a lot in the way in his creative process and the way he talks about collaborating with other people and the way that he's made a business out of everything, or who he chooses to work with and how he makes his decisions. Just artistically, it's something to look up to and it's something to relate to, and I really just like understand what he's saying. It doesn't even have to be music he's talking about. But then he doesn't. He references art, and it's crazy because I'm referencing music when I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is that I'm doing or what I'm going to do next, or how things are going to flow together. But it's all art, you know. So it's like wherever you take from, he takes from the art that he's been exposed to, and I'm taking from the art I've been exposed to, which is like thousands and thousands and millions of years of art. But then like what's relevant art right now? Like name the most famous painter you know that's alive right now.
You know I'm only
yeah, exactly. That's the point. So you know.
So since I'm ending up my painting here, everyone does this little game. Everyone does I name something and then you gotta name the first thing that comes to your head. So
oh, like word relating,
whatever it's called. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say a name or an event or whatever, and you're gonna tell me the first thing.
Can we move this before everything sticks and you lose all your small pieces?
I didn't want to see what it looked like. Boom.
It looks like that.
I created that.
You did. Now it can stay over here and get dry, and these pieces can get.
I'm scared of this face though. I totally rushed. Who cares? Let's just do it.
Let's just do it.
Rip the band-aid off. Oh, look at that. Appreciate that. That's a lot of help you did with that. So you ready to do this?
Lay it flat while it dries. Yes. Okay.
Basquiat.
Jay-Z. Really made him.
Sex.
Me.
Well, not gonna touch that one. Sarah's smile. You gotta answer it. First thing you think of.
Hall & Oates.
Who?
Me. Hall & Oates.
Hall & Oates. That was Paul & Oates. Hall & Oates. Hall & Oates. Cheap one. Art.
Me.
You're cheating. Hair.
Me. Why are you just bringing up all my things?
Alright, you ready? 9/11. Nope.
You want my feeling?
Nope. I want first thing comes to your mind. I know there's gonna be feeling you can think of yourself.
I-95.
I-95. Jesus Christ. Bonsai trees.
Jeremy, my brother. I know. Japan.
Side note. Your father's dog on Facebook is quite interesting.
Oh my god.
We're not even gonna go into it too much between you and I.
He has his alter ego, I have mine.
No, I love it. No.
Yeah, he has things I would never say in a million years, and I have things he'd never say in a million years. We are similar in a lot of ways, but on polar ends doing the same thing.
Appreciate it, Flair. I'm out here.
That's it? What was our word?
We're done. That was it.
Oh, okay.